There are so many things happening in crypto right now here. We created a massive CME gap, Bitcoin heavily dumping, and only moments later filling it up again here, and after that just dumping again here. So in today's update video, I need to exactly discuss what is currently playing out here, because yes, there is so much breaking news I need to discuss, and I want to be exactly talk about this here, what this means for the market, what it means is going to be likely happening in the upcoming week and period. And yes guys, this video will be just packed with important information you really want to be knowing about. I will discuss important charts that you really want to be seeing right now here, the most important data points, the most important news, and much more here. So without any further ado guys, don't forget to once again slap off that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, the reasons why Bitcoin dumped was of course due to the fact that we were seeing these massive tariffs coming. But yes, yesterday we first of all started to see that of course the tariffs between Mexico and the US were paused for a month, and now also this morning the tariffs between the Canadian Prime Minister and the United States of America have also been paused. But then only later this morning, and that is of course the reason why we got this dump right here, we start to see that the Chinese government is going to impose a 10 to 15% tariff on US oil, agriculture equipment, coal, and LNG. So that is of course the reason why we did saw the dump again here. So the trade war continue well, of course. Right now it looks to be with Canada and Mexico. Things are settled right now here, but with China it is definitely not here. But of course, like we can see, like we have seen so far, these tariffs can come today and get removed later today. So everything can still happen. So please do not get wrecked on these tariff trades here, because there's just a lot of volatility happening on these kinds of news events here. And then also yesterday, Donald Trump really got locked in here because he is going to sign an executive order for a sovereign wealth fund. And this is considered extremely bullish. And Senator Cynthia Lummis also tweeted about it. This is a big deal, with the B being a Bitcoin logo. And she is of course a senator also picked by Donald Trump. This is just a very big deal here, because the consensus is basically that they're going to be putting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in this sovereign wealth fund here. So this is considered to be extremely bullish. The market has not necessarily heavily reacted towards this yet so far. And while actually we did saw the major crash happening yesterday, of course, altcoins got completely wrecked here, especially. Of course, Bitcoin taking a big hit, but altcoins especially really dropping extremely hard here. And while that actually happened, Trump's World Liberty Finance, his cryptocurrency company, basically accumulated over 86,000 Ethereum. And yeah, that is actually very interesting to see, because he basically crashed the market and then his company bought so much Ethereum. So really, you have to think twice here before selling off your cryptocurrency right now here. While the smart money is actually accumulating, they're probably playing with you here. And with him also signing an executive order for a sovereign wealth fund, it could mean something very great for the market. And for example, like they are accumulating a lot of Ethereum right now here, but just look at where Ethereum is currently standing compared to our Q1 of 2021 and towards Q1 of 2025. So for a fast forward 4 years, guys, probably the most amount of gains are still yet to come. And this is really a fake out you do not want to get wrecked on. And really, if we're going to get that strategic Bitcoin reserve in a sovereign wealth fund, guys, that will be considered extremely bullish, because that will be the catalyst for Bitcoin and the entire market to go a little bit higher. So that is a quick summarization about what is exactly happening right now here. And also in yesterday's video, I talked about the CME gap, that like 99% of the times within like 2 to 3 days, the CME gaps tend to get filled up, and it exactly got filled up on the dollar. So the CME gap got filled up here. You can see also here on the CME futures chart, we dumped, filled up the gap, and now we're going lower again here. It is ultimately looking very strong here. And if we're just currently looking at Bitcoin right now, and let's say I'm going to be removing all the other lines except the horizontal lines, guys, you can currently clearly see that currently Bitcoin is sitting actually at quite an important level here. You can see major levels of previous support were found. We're currently retesting this level, and if you're even going to extend this level, you can see that this level in the past also provided major amounts of resistance, like you can see over here, resistance over here, support, resistance, once we broke above it, support. So you can see this is an important level for Bitcoin, and we're literally retesting it right now here. So Today is going to probably be, once again, a very volatile day, especially that Trump yesterday said here, if they can't reach a deal, they're going to be having extreme measures with China as well here. And since the Chinese government and the Chinese economy is also actually on the verge of collapsing, I am not really expecting China is going to be so aggressive, and they're probably going to be working together. So that is my consensus, that they're probably going to be, of course, like stopping all of these tariffs, and probably then Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general are going to see a major rebound back towards the upside. So that is at least what I am thinking is going to be most likely happening. On the bigger perspective of it all, basically what happened is that the Bitcoin dominance rise heavily. Bitcoin, of course, bounced all the way back towards the levels it was previously around trading on, and altcoins got completely wrecked here. So Bitcoin still sitting on this very important level, and like I said, as long as we're holding this red box right here, I think things are looking very strong for Bitcoin at that moment. So Bitcoin ultimately, guys, if we're going to compare it towards exactly 4 years ago, was sitting in a very similar stage where everyone thought the bull market was over, but it was only just the beginning of that market. And yeah, that is of course really what I want to be talking about. And you can currently see here that we're having major amounts of liquidations laying above us. I mean, over $200 to $300 million worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are laying around at 107 towards 108,000 US dollars level. And ultimately, Bitcoin always follows the liquidity, so most likely soon we're going to grab it, and that is going to be extremely bullish for this entire market. Then yesterday also we saw some large inflows coming in on the Ethereum ETF, but once again some outflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock this time around not buying or selling, but of course Fidelity being the big seller yesterday on the market. So guys, if you really want to be trading Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, altcoins, whatever, don't forget to check out Blofin in the link description of today's video, because honestly, I do believe there are a lot of great projects right now on fire still. And yeah, if you're ready to get an account using that link below, guys, you will be able to get an insane deposit bonus worth up towards, even higher than actually, 100,000 US dollars. So it's quite an insane deposit bonus if you would ask me here. And yeah, make sure to check it out if it's available to trade in your region. But if it is, guys, check it out in the highest link description of today's video. An insane $100,000 deposit bonus is up for the claims on the Blofin exchange here, and they allow you to trade Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and all the other hyped up cryptos out there. So don't forget to check it out right now here. It's extremely valuable. Further on, really, if we're looking back at all the previous times Bitcoin basically made and run higher, it always happened after we saw a major fake out and a major liquidity grab on the lower side. And that is currently exactly what happened. We fooled out a lot of traders, and just like last time around, the moment we fooled out all the traders is when we went higher. And most likely this time around as well here, the moment we fool out all the traders is probably where we go higher. It was also right here. And if you're going to be looking back at all these previous times as well, we fooled out all the traders, we go higher. We fooled out all the traders, we go higher. It's like a very similar structure Bitcoin does all the time here. And now with this major wick on the lower side, something very similar is likely to be playing out once again for Bitcoin. I mean, on the bigger perspective, you can see on the weekly time frame, we're finding major support on this level right now here. I mean, the Bitcoin dominance is still running higher, but I do think this is going to be, in the end of the day, still going to come down here eventually. But of course, yeah, this time around, it looks to be a little bit different. Of course, not every cycle is exactly the same, but I do think the cycles tends to be rising. So I do think altcoin season is still likely to be happening, but most likely we just need a little bit more time here right now in this market. So yeah, you can see that actually every single time in February, in bull market years, we tend to go very exponential, and that is also exactly where we're currently sitting. Also, we touched the 82% level here on this very important chart, the Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance, USDT dominance, and USDC dominance. And historically, every single time once we do touch it, we see at least an average of slight altcoin run here. Also, the total cryptocurrency market cap, before it went absolutely nuts here back in 2016, we had a slight little fake out, and that is also exactly what we're doing right now here. And what is very interesting to be seeing right now here is that USDC coin is right now seeing major inflows on exchanges, and that is actually a signal that a lot of people are actually buying the dip right now here. So very excited for what is happening right now. And honestly, we can also see that there on Coinbase are massive premiums, and that is basically meaning that large institutions are heavily buying Bitcoin right now here, and ultimately that is really what we want to be seeing here. So this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow again on another update video. Peace out, goodbye.